When people say it runs in the family, that can either be a term of endearment or a warning of what lies ahead. On today's case, Ms. Perkins says growing up without a clear example of what a happy marriage should look like has made her both excited and determined that she will break what she believes is a generational curse and marry the man she loves. Unfortunately, Ms. Perkins says that Mr. Weisberg is showing signs that he may not be up to the task. She says that over the years, Mr. Weisberg has shown signs of unfaithfulness, demonstrated financial irresponsibility, and perhaps most disappointing of all, proposed to her without a ring. Now Ms. Perkins wants to know if Mr. Weisberg's promises of a future are as empty as his ring box. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Perkins versus Weisberg.
Thank you very much. Ms. Perkins and Mr. Weisberg. Ms. Perkins, you say you're here today because marriage is extremely important to you. You say you're ready to get married, but you don't think your partner is ready to do the same. Now you're at a crossroads.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Weisberg, you say you're here today to convince your fiancée that she's wrong. You say marrying Ms. Perkins is your top priority and you intend to prove that to her today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. But Ms. Perkins, you're 21 years old. You've been together for 4 years and living together, engaged for 6 months. Why is it important to you to be married?
This is just really important for me to have a great marriage and be married because I haven't seen many marriages in my family, you know? I want to break those generational curses and I want to be able to provide my children with a beautiful marriage to see when I have some of my own. So it's very important that I have a beautiful marriage with me and Daniel, Mr. Weisberg.
So you want a husband, not a baby's father.
Exactly. I want a husband. I'm not having any kids without a husband. Definitely.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Mr. Weisberg, Ms. Perkins has laid out exactly what she's looking for.
Your Honor, I love this woman. I truly love this woman with all of my heart. I'd do anything for her. There's certain things that I feel that she does that reflects on past situations that have already been dealt with. There's certain insecurities that I feel like she shows that kind of, in my opinion, push back what could be a very long and forever lasting future. But I don't want it to ever get confused. I love this woman. I want everything to work out the way it should. I just think that I love her. I just want everything to work.
So it's very clear to me that both of you say that there's love in this relationship, but Ms. Perkins, for some reason, you are in divorce court. So clearly there have been some red flags. Why don't you tell me about
Yes, there have been so many red flags. And with that being said, I do love Daniel, and he doesn't treat me like the wife I should be. And if he doesn't continue to try to make this work, then I will be gone. Our original red flags that happened, I'm on social media, and my big thing is, you know, I wanted everybody to know that he's my man. Mr. Weisberg is my man. And I posted a picture of us up together.
Everybody does that.
Exactly. So with that being said, like I said, I love being on Instagram. I like showing my life. I posted a picture of us together.
How long ago?
This was probably in the first year, actually, of us being together. So
okay.
The first year of us being together, when I was at home, took a picture, posted it, wanted everybody to see us together. Next thing you know, randomly, a woman comments underneath and she says LOL, which was baffling to me because if it's me, what's funny? So I made sure to go DM this woman and I said, you know, what's funny? She responds back to me. She tells me that her and Daniel are together and they've been in a relationship and that's what's funny this whole time.
Hold
so, no, let me finish.
I would like her to at least finish what the allegation is.
Thank you. She said that her and Daniel have been together this whole time. And I brought that situation up to Daniel, and he tells me it was someone from his past when he let me know there was no baggage originally when we started dating.
So did you start dating him when you, what, 17 or 18?
I started dating him actually when I was probably 19. We knew each other because he's in the rapping industry and I'm a model.
I got it. So 19, around 18, 19 years old.
Yeah, speaking around that time.
Okay. From now, let me ask the real question. When's the last, how long have you all been in a serious, monogamous, intimate relationship?
We've been in a serious, monogamous relationship for almost 2 full years.
I'd say 2 years.
And is that when you posted the That's My Man picture? Was that after you both had committed to a serious monogamous relationship.
Serious monogamous
mess?
relationship.
So now I'm gonna come over to you, Mr. Weisberg.
Okay. So going back to what I said before about certain insecurities and past things, I've let you know multiple times that she's like we have a certain trust that we have.
No, we don't have no trust yet.
Right. Matter of fact, let me
Stop. We don't have any trust yet. I
Okay.
haven't established that there's been trust.
Okay.
Ms. Perkins has made a claim
Right.
that a young lady said to her that she was in a relationship with you after the time that we have all agreed was the time you all had committed to an intimate monogamous relationship.
Right.
What do you say to those allegations?
So first of all, I've let her know about this woman. We're not in a relationship. Her and I had a bad breakup, and she has been on my profile. She's been acting bitter, commenting on things. And
When did you break up with this lady?
a couple years ago, a few years ago.
You said
A few years ago, before we became committed.
Right, that's why I'm coming to you, Mr. Weisberg.
Right.
Did you break up with this woman prior to the time you committed to Ms. Perkins?
Absolutely prior. Absolutely prior, 100%.
2 years before.
Did you have intimate contact with this woman from the time you committed to Ms. Perkins?
Not once, not once. And I've explained to her that I have no sort of contact or anything with this woman. This woman's just on my social media.
I'm about to go into it again.
God.
The moment Ms. Perkins was contacted by this lady or commented on her social media, did that woman have any reason to believe that you all were still in a relationship?
No, not at all.
Had you been calling her or texting her or DMing her on social media?
Not only have I not called or texted
Can't
or
be.
DM'd her,
Can't
but
be.
I've told her in the
Can't be.
past, can I speak?
Yes, you may.
Not only have I told her and DM'd her and let her know in the past that it's over, but I've made no, when I told her, I made it very clear, we're not
So why
together
would she
anymore.
say
I'm
you
not
guys are in a
interested.
But wait a
relationship?
minute, wait 1 second.
That's-
We're gonna let Mr. Weisberg
Okay,
win
I'm
on this one.
Yeah.
Ms. Perkins, let me just say this.
Yes.
Do you know this lady?
No, I've never
So
seen
stop
this lady.
talking. Stop talking. You don't know this lady? Why would you trust this hoochie over your man?
Me.
I just need to know that. Why would you trust somebody you don't know over him? Because I just asked all the pertinent questions.
Again, I was getting these random calls.
Got it.
I got random calls coming through my phone all throughout the night, 3 a.m. in the
Random
morning.
calls from women?
No, just random numbers. Originally, I didn't answer it. So
Okay.
I ended up answering up the call, and next thing you know, it's a debt collector, and they're calling me, and I'm looking like, who are you calling for? They said Daniel Weisberg. So I just hung up the phone and called him because it didn't make any sense. Why is a debt collector calling my phone?
Did he say or do anything with this woman prior to her contacting you and throwing a monkey wrench in your relationship? Did you have any indication? You see any text messages, any missed phone calls, any voicemails? Did
No,
you
Your
see
Honor.
any of that?
No, Your Honor, I did not see any of that.
Just a social media post.
I didn't see any of that.
So you know how girls do.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right.
Folks
You're right.
rolling up on you because you happy.
Come on.
And you cute. And you young.
I was happy. I was.
Stop.
It's just a lot of different things that's going
But
on.
I'm gonna get to the rest of them. But on this particular thing, because let me tell you something. Establishing that initial trust, that word, that's that foundation. Then you start putting seeds in the ground for growth. You wanna be married, but that's what you gotta do. You gotta start that foundation. So now that's a red flag, but we have now fixed that one. What else you got?
Well, next I'd like to say, again, I was getting these random calls.
Got it.
I got random calls coming through my phone. I'm at work, I'm at home.
Random calls from women?
No, just random numbers. Originally, I didn't answer it. So
Okay.
I ended up answering up the call, and next thing you know, it's a debt collector, and they're calling me, and I'm looking like, who are you calling for? They said Daniel Weisberg. So I just hung up the phone and called him because it didn't make any sense. Why is a debt collector calling my phone? And when I brought that up to him, he said that they needed a secondary number. But regardless, why are you I don't care if they need 2,000 numbers, to be completely honest. Why are you putting my phone number on something like that? I don't owe anybody any money. I don't owe anybody any money. And at this time, you didn't tell me that you did that at all. He didn't tell me anything like that. So these callers and these numbers have been coming at all throughout the night, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
I'm tired. I'm getting ready for work. I have a business of my own. So why am I sitting up here getting these phone calls? It doesn't
It's
make
a
any
bit
sense
of a
to me.
reach. they don't call you all times of
They
the
do.
night.
Do you know
I don't
what
care
time
if it
debt
calls
collectors
twice
come?
in a day or once in a day.
Yeah.
Why did you use her
Okay.
phone number as a secondary number without her permission?
Okay, I'll tell you. Can I start from the beginning, Your Honor? So, when I first got out a loan, I was getting some music studio equipment. You know, I'm an artist, so
Already know that.
I got studio equipment.
That's unnecessary.
Prior to knowing you, prior to dating you, well, I would say. And then they would call me, and then they told me that they didn't have the ability to always reach me. So what did I do? I gave them the other person that I live with's phone number. I never had any intention on you paying the bills. It's simply just somebody being able to contact
But
somebody.
wait a minute, why can't, excuse me, that's one thing I know about bill collectors.
Okay.
They know how to find you.
Okay.
They want to find you, they can find you. So is it they couldn't find you or you were avoiding them? That's all I want to know.
Okay, so, all right, so I'll explain that. So there'll be times where I'm doing things or in the studio. I have a history of my phone being dead a lot. I have a history of getting my phone
why is your
left in
phone dead all the
studios
time?
or just wherever I'm at.
You're lying. I'm sorry.
He went out with his friends. We share each other's location. They end up going out to a club or to dinner or something like that. I pop up. I don't mind. I pop up. I'm the type to pop up. So we get there. I get inside the restaurant. I'm looking for him. And as soon as I walk in, there's somebody sitting on his lap.
Stop
Wait,
it.
you walk into a restaurant and there's a woman sitting on his
Yes.
lap.
Come on now.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
Thank you.
I don't know you from a hole in the ground, but you lying on this.
I promise you.
No,
I'm not.
you lying, and
I
you look
promise
me in the face and you lying. Because, listen, I have not always had $3.50 to rub together. And I remember what it's like to avoid bill collectors. Baby, when I got out of law school, my first job paid $23,500. $23,500. I thought I was making $1 billion. I got more credit card debt. I was stupid. I made real stupid choices. So I know somebody avoiding debt collector when I looked them in the face. So don't lie to me.
Can I explain? Can I back that up, Your Honor, please?
Okay, go ahead.
I've answered the phone to them many of times.
But did you
It's
pay the
not
bill?
It's not like
So
it's
why are they
always.
calling me?
But did you pay the bill?
I didn't pay the bill at the time.
Okay, now that's why they call.
I didn't.
Right, don't
I didn't
call
pay the bill
me,
at the time.
though.
However, I will say.
I pay my bills.
But if I never intended on you paying the bill and I was simply just giving a number because is that not me being responsible if I know that I'm at areas or
Pay the
working in
bill.
certain
No,
areas
being
where I can't.
responsible is paying the bill.
That's
That
true.
was me.
That's true. But if while I'm getting the money because when I get paid and
I know, but don't put that on her. She's 21 years old. That's not her business.
Not trying to put it on her.
But you are putting it on her. Mr. Weisberg,
Okay.
somebody need to call you on your bull. You are putting it on her. Don't put her phone number down
Thank you.
for your financial obligations until y'all have made some sort of arrangement as a husband to a wife. Until you are committed to her as a husband and a wife, then you don't put financial obligations on this young lady's shoulder.
And we
That's
have-
just that. Sorry, sir.
I thought it would be okay
Can
to
we
have an
stop him, Your
emergency
Honor?
contact.
That's not an emergency contact. Bill collectors don't ask for emergency contacts. Healthcare practitioners ask for emergency contact. When you go to get your teeth extracted and they're gonna give you some Novocaine, they ask if somebody else gonna pick you up, can we have a number?
Right.
Bill collectors don't ask for emergency contact. They ask for somebody who's gonna be responsible for that bill if you're behind don't pay it.
Okay.
Okay? So don't put that on that young girl. That's just wrong.
Okay.
That's just wrong. I'm sensitive about that.
Okay.
Because you're just starting out in your life.
Thank you.
Okay? What else you got? Red flag. That one's one. You won the first one.
And
this one?
it's the trust issues. And then when we bring it back to the trust issues of me, I don't trust this man for anything. So that first thing, let me tell you, the big reason why I had that first issue that you won, it doesn't make any sense to me anyways. He went out, you know, of course, I let him go out. I don't mind him going out because, again, I stay at home. I do what I have to do. He goes out with his friends. We share each other's location. And you would think sharing each other's location means I trust you more. And I wanted to give him my location. He gave me his. They end up going out to a club or to dinner or something like that. And I'm calling his phone. I'm looking for him. I miss him. I'm ready for him to come home. It's getting late and everything. He still hasn't answered the phone. He's not picking up his phone at all. I pop up. I don't mind. I pop up. I'm the type to pop up. So I came up to the restaurant just to check in, see what he's doing. Is he okay? Because if you're not answering your phone, how am I supposed to know that you're good? So we get there. I get inside the restaurant. I'm looking for him. And as soon as I walk in, there's somebody sitting on his lap.
Ooh.
I don't know who this woman is.
Wait.
Man,
Yeah.
Stop it.
Sitting on his lap.
Stop
It doesn't, no, sitting on your lap.
Stop
Wait,
it.
you walk into a restaurant and there's a woman sitting on his
Yes.
lap.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yes, no, come on now. There's a woman sitting
What
on his
happened?
lap.
One moment, you're definitely going to get a chance to
I come
say
in,
something.
and I'm already flabbergasted about whatever's going on. So I walk up in there. As soon as we make eye contact, as soon as he sees me, he walks straight up to the bar. He's gone instantly. He gets up, he walks to the bar.
Wait, so the woman is on his lap.
Yes, he moves the woman up and takes himself to the bar to go get something to drink, which doesn't make any sense to me, because why you running if it's not nothing, right? So we take ourselves over there. I'm coming to ask him, I'm saying, what's going on? Why was this woman on your lap? And he tells me, oh, it's innocent. It's nothing. Okay, how about I go sit on somebody's lap? Let's go choose one of your friends, and then I'll go sit there and we can all have dinner and brunch and lunch together.
All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna reply to each thing.
Yep, Mr. Weisberg, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'm gonna reply to each thing. First and foremost, if I gave you my location, why would I do so? And I know you're the type to pop up. And that's actually been a problem because you've done it with more than one occasion. So if we have our locations and I tell you I'm going out and I know you're the type to pop up, why would I be doing things that I know would make me look
Wait,
guilty?
Ms. Perkins, we don't even worry about that part, because it's so interesting. In journalism, I learned very early on, don't bury the lead. You just buried the lead. You worried about why, the location, and who you shared. The lead was there was a woman that was not her sitting on your lap. In journalism, I learned very early on, don't bury the lead. You just buried the lead. You worried about why, the location, and who you shared. The lead was there was a woman that was not her sitting on your lap. You're supposed to lead with that, because that's what you need to figure out.
Okay.
So, sir, answer that.
Okay, we were out with our friends. It was a bunch of drunk people. It was some drunk women that came up to our table, and I wasn't paying them no mind. One of them sat on my lap. You happened to come up. I guess at the time that it happened, I got her off, not because I saw you, but because I don't want a woman sitting on my lap.
Right.
I go to the bar because that's what people do at restaurants.
Excuse me.
They go to a bar.
So, wait a minute.
Come on now.
I have to imagine you come to the restaurant and the woman was already on his lap?
Yes, already sitting there, which is
And
confusing
wait, and
to
how long does it take for you to realize that this woman is sitting on his lap?
2 seconds. I can point out my man real quick. It don't take too long.
But see,
at
that-
all. Real fast.
Wait, so are you telling me that Mr. Weisberg is seated in a social group and another woman is sitting on his lap?
Embarrassing, right? Embarrassing. You just have me out here looking so silly.
Mr. Weisberg,
Your Honor.
there is never a good reason to have another woman sitting on your lap unless she is 4 years old. And your daughter. Next time on Divorce Court. You don't trust him. And I'm glad that your sister has joined you today. Miss White, join your sister at the plaintiff's table for me. What's your relationship with the defendant?
I just don't like them being together. I feel like Daniel is just a manipulator. He's not a good person, and I know that he's not a good person for my sister.
Okay.
What have you been doing?
I think that we have had a number of miscommunications that has turned into looking like I'm doing things that I'm not doing. How about we just make it all better right now?
Absolutely not.
With all due respect, we both have things to work on. Will you please marry me?
Ms. Weisberg, you might want to stand up for this part.